Ask Colton! He has all the best takes in the world. Ask me! Where I learned what to say, what to think, I asked him. I asked him. Colton! Why don't you grab your bag while you're out there being rad spectacular like Spider-Man? Colton! Where did you get your brain? Colton! Your takes are insane! But why don't you grab your bag while you're out there being rad? I asked him.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ask Colton Live, the version of the show where a little bit more laid back. How do you get much more laid back than the traditional videos we do here? I don't know, but we try. As you can see, I'm literally a little bit kicked back. This is the show where I just take you guys' questions kind of unfiltered a little bit. As you know, we do the main show where I get a lot of questions sent in to the askcoltonnow@gmail.com email address, and I pick through those, and some of them are super, super, super great questions that I have a really great response to, or at least I think, and we do a full-blown video out of those questions. But hey, just because I might not have a super video worthy interesting response, it doesn't mean that your question isn't worth talking about. So I like to get on here and just shoot the shit with you guys, take your live questions via super chat, channel member questions, take priority as well if you're a channel member. I believe that's about $5 a month. It makes it to where you can pretty much just hop in this chat here, and I will see your channel membership questions, and that'll guarantee that I read them if they're appropriate, of course. Please don't take advantage of being able to just write in whatever, because that's no good. Let me see. We also jump into the mailbag here, the askcoltonnow@gmail.com mailbag. There are a lot of questions I get there that I don't do a full-blown video for because I just don't have the time, the space, or even like an interesting response that to the point that it warrants like doing a full like 10 to 15 minute video. But I like to maybe I just have like a solid 1 minute response to your question. Well, that's what I like to do here, is answer those questions in the mailbag. So I have some mailbag questions pulled up. I see that the chat's going here. Let's hop into this chat for a little bit, see what everyone's saying. Angelman Freddy, also known as Eric Wahlberg, says, "I'm here for the Colton intro song," and then I bounce. Here, let me pull up the chat. Boom! Look at that. I'm getting super fancy with the live streaming, right? What's up? Sup, chat? How do I buy another membership? Another membership? Somebody answer that question. I'm not sure. Another membership. I'm not sure. Like to gift one? Oh, I see somebody's answering your question in the chat. All right, good. Let's see. Let's move into Colton. Do you believe in magic in a young Thanos's heart? Do you believe in magic in a young Thanos's heart? All right. Hi, everybody. Hi. Let's read some super chats, shall we? Fam funding. There we go. All right. Eric Wahlberg writes, "Hey, Colton. Glad you were on the mend, brother. Thank you so much. Talk to me about Toby versus the X-Men and Hugh's Wolverine. I think the X-Men are from Deadpool's world, not the OG X-Men. Thoughts?" Well, Something to keep in mind there, Eric, is that the OG Fox X-Men, Universe 10005, those X-Men are the X-Men of the Deadpool universe. What's interesting about the Deadpool universe, and we can ignore Deadpool for a second and just talk Deadpool 1 and 2. The Deadpool movies, they exist in like this weird limbo where, like, yeah, we had a brand new Colossus, but also it was the exact same X Mansion that we had seen in the Fox era X-Men movies, the same jet. And he would even reference, like, he would say McAvoy or Stewart when talking about which Xavier they needed to go talk to. So it was almost like the world that Deadpool lived in, the universe he lived in, it was the same Fox era X-Men universe 10005, but it's almost like the lens we were seeing it through, which was the lens of Deadpool. It also broke the fourth wall. The lens in which we see that universe is through the eyes of Deadpool. So he's aware of the different timelines, the rewritings, the meta nature of the universe. So that's what we need to keep in mind, is that, to answer your question, you think it's the Deadpool universe, the X-Men from that universe, not the OG. That's the same universe. Now, then we could get into, of course, the timelines of it all. I think the X-Men universe, and as we saw in Deadpool and Wolverine, it's one universe with various different timelines within that universe, if we want to get specific. Now, I actually have a video coming out relatively soon talking about pretty much confirmation for what I had been thinking, or like how they would handle the X-Men in Doomsday, and that being that, sure, if you want to get technical about it, maybe it is a slightly different variant timeline from the Fox X-Men we know, but for all intents and purposes, they have a like 99% same past as those Fox X-Men movies. The stuff that doesn't work isn't canon, isn't part of it, but the big stuff, the good stuff that general audiences remember, yeah, that's a part of their general history. I think that's the version of the X-Men we're getting. And I do think that it'll be, I don't think we're going to have the Deadpool X-Men universe and then another X-Men universe. I think the X-Men universe in Doomsday is the Deadpool and Fox era X-Men universe. It's all 10005. And we know it's 10005 from Deadpool and Wolverine. We know that he's in that. All right, Colton, this one comes to us from Nicholas Factor. Colton, this Screen Crush, this SC is inappropriate. Don't Super Chat. I assumed SC meant Screen Crush. This Super Chat is inappropriate. Don't answer it. Okay, will do. I will not answer it, I promise. All right, those are it for channel members and Super Chats for now. Let's hop over to... All right, our mailbag. We've got a question from Kurt Fester. Maybe this has already been thought of, but what if instead of the teasers being about Doom collecting kids, Steve, Thor, Scott, etc., what if they are asked to sacrifice their kids if they are in fact the reason for the incursions? Kind of like the Fantastic Four with Galactus in their movie. Not like, here, take my child, but by removing timelines or moments. That was Tony Stark's main thing about time travel. Nothing could be changed that would make him lose his daughter. Could be like a little bit of a callback to that deal. Well, we have to keep in mind that what Tony didn't want is, he wasn't worried that the time travel would change what had come and being able to have his daughter and all that. He was worried that once they got the Infinity Stones and Hulk snapped to undo what Thanos did, he didn't want Hulk's snap, the snap that they do to undo Thanos, he didn't want that to undo the past 5 years, essentially, and undo him having a daughter. So it wasn't the time travel portion. Now, yeah, the kidnapping thing, like Doom kidnapping the kids, and how we theorized that that's what they were doing with those trailers, how Scott could be freaking out because they took Rachel Summers, his daughter. Thor's trailer was about his daughter. Steve's trailer had his son in it. So in that, uh, came the theory that perhaps Doom is kidnapping these kids, and perhaps they have like multiversal power, cosmic power. We know Franklin. Oh, and Doom also came for Franklin. That's where the whole thing really stems from, is the post-credit scene of Fantastic Four. Franklin has the power cosmic. Love has the power of eternity, which is essentially the same thing as the power cosmic, the power of the universe. Uh, Rachel Summers, if she has the Phoenix Force is also essentially the exact same thing, the power of said universe. Um, People also said that that then was kind of repeating the storyline of Thor: Love and Thunder. I get that. Yeah, we saw Gore kidnapping kids. Could we see a scenario where they repeat what we saw with First Steps, where they're needing to sacrifice their children? I don't think so. I think, if anything, the children are going to be a way for general audiences to just understand that these heroes are parents now, and everyone can relate. Even people without children, I think, can relate to the idea of like a parent's love and what a parent will go through to save their child. Like it's almost this, it's in our very DNA to understand that. So I think that's what they'll do with that. All right, let's see. Next, we have a question from Philip Cattell. Hey, Colton, great to see you back online and that you're well and got to go to the parks in the end and enjoyed it. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I went on a little vacation. We went to Orlando, took the kids, took the whole family. Went to Orlando to do Disney and Universal. But my first night there, I got super sick. And then the next 2 nights, I was in the hospital, the ICU, actually. I was in the emergency room and then the ICU. So that was a rough start. But yeah, I'm doing much better now. Philip writes, so have you changed your mind about who Sadie Sink will be playing in Brand New Day now that it has been confirmed that she has a 3-movie deal with Marvel? I don't think Sathra is a 3-movie character. Warm regards, Phil, a Rumble from Down Under. I didn't see that news that she has a 3-movie deal with Marvel now. We do know that she's going to be in Secret Wars. That's been confirmed. So she's in Brand New Day and Secret Wars. Perhaps the 3-movie deal could be from, perhaps if they have like behind the scenes officially decided that they are going to do Secret Wars in 2 parts. That's a possibility that I could see happening there. I do think she's playing Sathra. I do not buy into this idea that she's playing Jean Grey. If she's not playing Sathra, I would, before I thought she was Jean Grey, I would think she's playing like a Mayday Parker, like the daughter of Toby and Kirsten Dunst, MJ. And with the rumors of how Doomsday begins and Toby's universe perhaps being destroyed, perhaps his daughter, Mayday Parker, escapes. I think that is how that would play in far more than... I just don't see her playing Jean Grey. I think so many people went to Jean Grey because, oh, she's redheaded, she's playing Jean Grey. Granted, I went there with Mayday Parker, I guess, but it just makes more sense, I think, with Brand New Day coming out after No Way Home, Multiverse Saga. I just think it makes more sense there. But I do think she's playing Sathra, a multiversal Spider-Man villain. Why she's in Secret Wars, a character on the level of Sathra, that's a good point. That's a fair point, that Sathra is like a E-list, F-list, maybe Z-list Spider-Man villain. So why would she be there? But if it's a super cool character that they have a lot of really cool ideas with, for, and maybe the Sadie Sink of it all is kind of bigger than the character of it all. Maybe they feel like they have something they can do there. Maybe they just had like a really cool idea for a character and they were like, hey, because they'll do that a lot with comic book movies. They'll do, like really, like the character will have a name of a character and that it does appear in the comics, but maybe like 3 times and has like 6 lines in the comics. But then they turn them into this big, like completely different, like nearly created from scratch character that, yeah, they're named after that character who briefly appeared in the comics, but they become their own thing. Maybe they're doing that with Sathra a little bit, to where they just have this huge idea and they're like, yeah, and let's have her be Sathra, but we have a lot of stuff that we really want to do and make her an even bigger character. But we shall see. Maybe she's Mayday Parker and Sathra. I don't know. They do that sometimes. But I really don't think she's Jean Grey. Just a reminder, no pressure. I'm going through the mailbag right now. If you do want to get your question answered in the live chat, just throw in a super chat. That's the way I can guarantee that your question gets answered. I think you can throw one in for like $2 maybe. No pressure. It's appreciated though. It's appreciated. Help fund what we're doing here. All right, next we've got a question from Stuart Worley. Forgive me, I've had a stroke, and I hope that was okay for me to share, Stuart. You put it in your question there, and I'm sorry to hear that. This isn't easy for me to email you. I have a few questions. Is there any chance they'll use alternate Hulks in this movie? I'm assuming we mean Doomsday. What about alternate Fantastic Fours? Also, I want Flight. Is it even on the radar? Also, could Cap be with Captain Carter now in that alternate universe? Thanks. Hopefully, you have some answers. Okay, so alternate Hulks or Fantastic Fours. Maybe in Secret Wars we see some alternate versions. I hope that they don't go too far with that, where it's just variants, 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 variants. They kind of did that in Multiverse of Madness, and I didn't enjoy that. As far as an alternate Hulk, no, I don't think so. I think the Hulk we get is going to be our Mark Ruffalo Hulk, and going back to his original, like, more monstrous self. I hope She Hulk is back, whether it's Tatiana Maslany or a different actress. I want the character back. Um, Alpha Flight, I don't know. I have no idea. Could Cap be with Captain Carter now? Well, we know he's with Peggy Carter. As far as whether or not she becomes Captain Carter and has any, like, super strength or anything, we'll just have to see. I'm seeing Bro Chill in the. Is that to me? Oh, okay. You guys are talking amongst yourselves. Very good. What was the question? Captain Carter. I would assume that if she has a significant role I mean, she can have a significant role in the movie without having to be, like a super soldier or whatever. But that would be kind of cool. And we've got Captain Carter in the What If series, but that's a different Captain Carter. Like, it's a different Peggy. But she's had such a big role, like with the Watcher and this multiverse saga and with What If. So we'll just have to see how they handle it. I mean, they brought her in for Multiverse of Madness, and then they killed her, and it just keeps kind of cheapening everything, if you ask me. All right, we got a super chat from Ninja J10, a generous super chat, but it says message retracted. Let's see. Did you not mean to retract and you wanted to? I'm looking in the live chat to see if you're there, Ninja. I'm not seeing it. Ninja, don't feel the need to send in another super chat. I will keep my eye on the chat to see if you meant to redact your question or not. Okay, thank you so much for that question, Stuart. All right, this question comes to us from. It's from Philip Cantrell again. No question, just best wishes and hope you're recovering. Well, thank you. Hi, Colton. I just wanted to reach out and wish you all the best with your recent hospital trip and your planned vacation. I hope you were well enough to still go to the parks. Yes, when I got out of the hospital, I got to the Airbnb and I was like, all right, get dressed. We're going to a park. And I'm not even a theme park guy, man, like, at all. Like, I kind of despise them. But I wanted the kids to do it because I know the kids really enjoy it. And I knew some of the adults would enjoy it as well that were on the trip. Looking forward to when you're back to 100%. Thank you, me as well. Get well soon. Thank you. Thank you, Philip. Appreciate that. All right. We got another super chat. This one comes to us from Paul V. Cook. Good to see you looking well. Look after yourself. Well, thank you so much, Paul. I appreciate that. And yeah, I'm doing my best. Let's see. This one comes to us from Peter Manning. Do you think in Spider-Man No Way Home, maybe the spell brings Tony's soul out of some sort of afterlife? Maybe inside the Soul Stone or otherwise, because he knows Peter Parker, okay. Or brings Doom in from his universe because he is a variant of Tony, and Tony is trapped in the Soul Stone. Okay, I didn't quite follow all of that, but I do like the idea of maybe the reason... Well, but now we know more that Doom is very likely in Universe 838, that he is the Doom of that universe. But that would have been a cool theory, a few months back, like the idea of Doom being there in 616 because perhaps in his universe he knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man and he got pulled in, and then maybe he got sent back when they undid it all. But then he, like, maybe that's what made him become aware of the multiverse. That'd be pretty neat. All right, let's see. This one comes to us from Yasu Kooke. Testing a line. Oh, this is spam. Forgive me. This one comes to us from Farron Scott. Hey Colton, sorry, I have one last theory I wanted to ask you. Quick MCU timeline question breakdown. How long is this? Okay, not too long. In universe, the Marvels is placed around 2026, and Monica gets trapped in the Fox X-Men universe at the end of the film. Captain America: Brave New World, 2026 into 27. The Thunderbolts. Let's get to your question. Do you think Doomsday will have it where Monica has been with the X-Men for 2 years and started a new life with her mom, or will they just retcon and say it's only been like some weeks or months? Well, that's the thing about multiverse travel. I think we're going to learn that time passes differently in different universes, and that's the case. And then when you travel from universe to universe or stuff like that, I think they can really play with time there. So how long will they say she's been there? I think they're going to say she's been there at least for a little while, because I think her very presence there is going to become problematic and perhaps play into what's going on with the multiverse. Thank you so much for that question. Aiden? Is it pronounced Aiden? Thank you so much. Or Farron. You signed off Aiden, but your email says Farron. I'm not sure. This one comes to us from... Oh, we got a super chat from Wildcat Kyle. I still can't wrap my mind around RDJ's Doom voice. Do you think they will do the Darth Vader gimmick and or have a robotic voice with an Eastern European accent? Glad you're feeling better. Well, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the well wishes. I think it is going to be slightly robotic, kind of like what they did with Batman in the Snyder movies with Affleck. I also think that, yeah, it's pretty much been leaked. Babe, is that you? Yeah. All right. No, I was just making sure about the cats. I also think that it's gonna be he's gonna have like an Eastern European accent a little bit, because pretty much that's been reported that he's gonna have that. So let me see what it's gonna be a little odd. Yeah, I think he's gonna be very Darth Vader. I think it's also looking like he's probably not gonna take the mask off till the very end of the movie. So if they're going the Vader route with Doctor Doom, that's not a bad route to take. I'll say that. And thank you for the question. Oh, we got another super chat. This one comes to us from Nicholas Factor. Doom might exist in universe 838 plus 828 equaling... I'm not sure what we're saying. Yeah, is that what that equals? I mean, you don't really exist in multiple universes, right? Like you only spawn from one, I would think. But that's fun. Maybe is that like a devil thing? Are you doing a devil thing with the 666? I'm not sure. All right, this one comes to us from Bruce Raymond. Hey Colton, I just thought I'd say that since Brie Larson is not into what's going on with Captain Marvel, they could bring back Anna Paquin as Rogue to drain her in Doomsday, or do the same but recast her. Your thoughts? I love your content, man. Keep up the good work, Bruce. All right, well, thanks, Bruce. I don't know that. When did Brie Larson say she's not digging what they did with Captain Marvel? Are you talking about that report that she wasn't crazy that they didn't do a proper Captain Marvel 2 and instead did the Marvels? That's possible. I love Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. I think she's been underserved. I'm hopeful that we get more Brie Larson Captain Marvel and that she is handled well in Doomsday and Secret Wars. Anna Paquin is Rogue. I like Anna Paquin. I like Anna Paquin as Rogue. She was removed from Days of Future Past, which was unfortunate. I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I have a strong opinion on whether or not that scene needed to be removed or not, but it would have been cool to see her there. I personally like Margaret Qualley as Rogue. I would like to see her play like a new Rogue in the X-Men post Secret Wars. So I don't know that you necessarily bring back Anna Paquin. Maybe you do. I think it'd be fun to bring her back. I think all the original X-Men would be fun to bring back. Doomsday, Secret Wars. Have a scene where she drains Captain Marvel, sure, but I don't want that to mean that Captain Marvel's gone. I love the character and I love Brie playing her. So yeah. We got a super chat from SVPRCRM. Do you think the Bob's void powers will be used to give us Doom's backstory or trauma? Ooh, that's a great question. Yeah, that would be really cool. I did a video over on Screen Crush talking about how I thought that Bob's void powers and his ability to access the mind could also be connected to the multiverse, because he's accessing the mind, but he's also it's like nightmares and dreams almost. And like, yeah, it's memories, but it's more than that. We know that the mind has a connection to the multiverse, and dreams are connected to your variant selves. Yeah, it that could be cool if Bob does like decide, okay, I got to bring out the Sentry because we got to stop Doom, and then like they use that power to fight Doom, and like we see Doom's his. Yes, that would be a very great way to get around like it just seeming like pure exposition, or Doom explaining, "Oh, this is where I come from and this is why I'm angry." Like do it through that. Yeah, that would be super cool. Great question. Thank you for the super chat as well, by the way. All right, this one comes to us from, I lost my place. Who was the last one we did? Bruce, right? Forgive me. Jeffrey writes, all the best. And how are you feeling? I'm feeling much better. Thank you for checking in. Let's see. Farron Scott. Oh, this one's really long, Farron. And I think I've read one in Farron's already. I'm gonna go to someone else's here. Um, Secret VIP writes, "Hi Colton, Vincent here. I've liked your Screen Crush videos and started watching your channel recently as well. What do you think is Loki's plan? What if he knows he can hold Yggdrasil only temporarily? At the end of Loki, he destroys the loom and literally grabs each branch. Maybe he selects anchor beings through which he revives them with magic. Maybe he cannot hold on to them forever, or he abandons branches due to incursions. I thought he wants to allow the existence of the smartest and most powerful." Sorry, I'm just trying to get through. Anyway, enough rambling. I saw your last video in hospital. I hope you're feeling better and wish you well. Cheers. Well, thank you so much, Secret VIP. Look, I like the idea of Loki not being able to sit there forever. And him sitting there, he's not controlling the multiverse or stopping incursions. He's pretty much just slowing it down. So if Doom comes along, that might push Loki to be like, okay, I have to find an alternate plan. I hope that Loki has a significant role in Doomsday and Secret Wars, because I understand why some people feel like they're abandoning the multiverse saga and just going back to the Infinity Saga, and that Doomsday and Secret Wars are more sequels to the Infinity Saga than the multiverse saga. But I really hope that they keep Loki as part of this saga, and like him have an important role in these movies, because the Loki series is so good. Might be my favorite thing they've done in the multiverse saga. So what is that going to look like? I'm not sure, but I hope something cool. I hope he has a significant role. Nicholas Factor sends, just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Nicholas. You guys be sure to nab you a membership. I appreciate that. Let's see. This one comes to us from Gage. "I noticed your weekly Ask Colton show was members only this week. Will you only be able to watch if you're a member in the future?" No. I wasn't happy with the past 2 live streams I did. I thought I was a little too low energy and kind of checked out, and I just wasn't happy with them. So instead of just completely taking them off the channel, I thought, I'll just make them members only. I went into the settings to just make them private because I wasn't happy with them. But then I saw that make it members only was an option, so I was like, I'll make it members only. Throw that perk over there if you want to access to that. So no, that's the only reason. I am still trying to figure out how I want to handle this show, because let me give you a secret. I hate live streaming. I hate live streaming as I'm here doing it. I much prefer, it's just not my world. Whether it be my original channel or my original like videos I used to do before I worked at Screen Crush, or my time at Screen Crush, live streaming's not my thing. I love doing the live streams over at Screen Crush, but that's where I'm just a guest. I don't like just solo live streaming. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know. It makes me anxious. I love talking to you guys. That's a lot of fun. But I don't know. It's more fun with a guest. So maybe that's something that I'll look into, is having a guest in the future. I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do this show. Like I used to do Ask Colton pre-recorded, but then I realized that wasn't working out because I was having to prepare a whole show, and if I had like 3 great topics ready to go, I still couldn't record them until I had the other topics ready, or I couldn't post the video until I had the other topics ready, and that would delay the show. So now I've gotten to where I'll just record the videos individually and do like 1 or 2 uploads a day. But I still wanted to have the Ask Colton full show because people enjoy that. Well, that becomes a little complicated as well because there's the live streaming aspect of it, which can be difficult. I don't know. I'm still trying to get a feel of what I want to do and how I want to handle it. So I don't know. This might be the last one. I'll always do the Ask Colton show, the pre-recorded upload to the YouTube channel. As far as live streams go, I'm still trying to figure it out. All right. That's the end of our mailbag questions I pulled. Am I caught up on super chats? Yes. All right, let's see. How long have we been going? Just curious. Not because I'm ready to get the fuck off of here or anything. No, really. I love doing the show. It's just live streams do make me, I don't know. It's just a little not my thing. How long have we been going? 30 minutes. That's good. That's good. Been to the algorithm, Nicholas Factor says. No, I refuse. Live streaming is fun once a week, maybe. Yeah, once a week, maybe. Yeah. Let me see. Why am I not seeing channel member questions? Let me go back to just... I want to go to just live chat so I can read channel member things. Let's see. Oh, those are classic emojis, Nicholas Factor. That's from back in the day. Beware the man that carries the word of God. I'm doing a video on that. To address that. That's what I'll say right now. Just being dumb, 616 was chosen originally, but 616 equals... Very good. Very good. All right, guys. We've done 30 minutes. I think that's good. I was going to say it's late. It's not late, but when you're old like me, it's getting a little late. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. To my channel members who are here, I want to know, and you can comment this in the community post. Also, that reminds me, I need to check to see if we got any comments. Let me see. Hold on. Dashboard. Because I made a post that we were doing this. Oh, good. We did get channel member questions. Awesome. Do you think we'll see... This one comes to us from Stebby. Do you think we'll see Hercules again? He's one of my favorite comic characters, and I'm kind of bummed they introduced him maybe for nothing. I love the actor who plays Hercules in Love and Thunder. Love and Thunder was such a disappointment, right? I need to go back and watch it again, like with the perspective of, oh, this sucks, and see if I enjoy it anymore. I hope we see the character of Hercules again. Will we? I think so, because I think they need to keep Chris Hemsworth on his Thor even after Secret Wars and do more Thor movies that are maybe not as connected to the overall MCU. Like, just do some fucking Thor movies and have Hercules in there. I think that'd be fun. Do Thor versus Hercules. Hell, that'd be cool. This one comes to us from Woovu Grad. Thoughts on Clayface moving to October? I think that's a great... What did it move from? Was it in May? I think October's a great slot for what we're hearing about Clayface. You know, it's going to be like this horror movie, body horror type thing. I think October's a great time for Clayface to come out. So I'm down with that. This one comes to us from Philip. Great to see you back online. And in the end, enjoyed the parks. Have you? Oh, you sent... Okay. That's the one you sent me already, Philip. Thank you so much. This one comes to us from David. What are the chances you think Season 3 of Daredevil Born Again could be on Battle World? I think it would be an easy way to reintroduce Elektra to that side of the MCU. No. Not going to happen. They're not going to do that. They're not going to set a season of Daredevil on Battle World. Cool idea. But I don't think that'll happen. I do hope Daredevil's in Secret Wars, though, which would mean he's on Battle World. All right, let's see. It's WVU, not a word. My apologies. Thank you, WVU. Now, to the channel members who are here, I have a question. What are some perks that I could do for you guys that would warrant you remaining a channel member? Because I appreciate it so much. And I want to be able to provide something for you guys in return. So, do you like this? Me answering your questions on a live chat? Would you prefer I do a dedicated channel member questions video once a week where I only answer channel member questions? I kind of like that idea. Let me know. What are some perks you would like for being a channel member? So, yeah. Wow, I never thought I'd be here live. I love listening to your videos while I chill out. Hey, Colton from the UK. Well, hello, Harris Pasha. Harris Pasha, thank you for being here. We got a super chat from Philip. When will we see a Doom-centered trailer? Probably the first trailer. Probably the first, like, Doomsday trailer will be Doom-centric. I hope maybe Doom will narrate it. I think that would be cool. Just be yourself. I try to be. The only perk I use are the emojis, LOL. Live streams are fun, even if they're short. Well, thank you so much, Nicholas. You're a awesome supporter. I appreciate it. So yeah, Den of Nerds does member streams, and those are cool. Okay, so like member only live streams. Okay, maybe that's something to look at. A members only live stream where I just answer you guys' questions, can have like a conversation, and then maybe that can go up on the channel after. Like it can remain on the channel for everybody to see. Maybe. All right. I'm going to go. Thank you for those suggestions. I like that. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Awkwardly stay on.